Okay, guys, so how does the first act of Batman Begins can give you hope, courage, um, patience, purpose? I guess the main theme is purpose because the first act is very well scripted, very well written, and the emotion is just um, everlasting as Batman can get. Batman is everlasting. He is a symbol of hope and and um, justice that is everlasting. So how can the first act of Batman Begins? Batman Begins is a flawed movie because it's a superhero movie that falls into the traps of popular blockbusters. But when you make a blockbuster in Hollywood, you have um, to achieve some points that the studios must want, I guess. So, but the first what I find very eerie and very special, unique about the first act of Batman Begins is that it feels completely um, safe and secure and locked away from these tendencies, from these must have these points of big studio writing, these cliches. It is very rigorously emotional, and everything is there. Everything, it's a masterpiece. The first act, the first act. I've talked about the first act in other videos, but I just wanted to say I wanted to talk to you um, how it affects me and how it can affect you if you just watch the first act, the first 45 minutes, give or take. And for me, um, I've always wanted to be a police officer or go hire a SWAT officer. I never wanted to join the military because I think it's a very flawed system. Um, I think um, I don't want because when you work in as a policeman, you serve the people, and when you serve in the military, you serve the government, and governments are always corrupt, always. I don't care if you're in. There are many levels of corruption, but I think to myself that um, of course, I'm in Canada, but even Canada, the United States, I have don't take me wrong. I have the enormous respect for those who serve on or in the armed forces. I think they're patriots. I think they're very courageous and skillful men and women that I will never have the courage to face. I think they are far better humans than uh, the average people. Um, I think they're accomplishing a very um, 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 unique goal, and I have great respect for them. But I don't want to be them. Um, I want to serve the public. I want to be on the ground here. I want to be. I've always wanted to be, but because of my illnesses, I can't. Because I can't be hired. I am. I have too many fucked up shit going on there. So I will never be. I will never put up. I will never be. I will never become what my dreams are made of. So I will never be a policeman or a police officer or a SWAT member or in Canada we have the GRC, but I have to sleep knowing that I will never be up to the task, and that crushes me. Um, I'm curious about you guys. I'm curious about when you watch many scenes of the first act of Batman Begins, the first 45 minutes. I mean, we have so many touches of emotion when he is a kid, and um, the very well noted emotion of why do we fall, Bruce? So we can learn to pick ourselves up, and that was I mean, if you're a writer, that's gold right there. You know, it's great, and it became a team across the trilogy. I think they didn't unfortunately they didn't use it they didn't use it very well, but the first um, time here in Batman Begins is flawless. It's absolutely it hits right. It hits you right to the core. It delivers on all cylinders, and um, that's the first thing. Why do we fall? Excuse me. Why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves up, and that's right there is a deep emotion dive that honestly, can you remember talking to you guys? Can you remember a movie or a piece of media? Of course, you can read comics, and you can read novels, or you can read whatever the fuck you want. But can you remember something that delivers the message on such with such clarity and wisdom and emotion, with the music and the performances and everything like that? And if you do, well, message me in the comments because I want to know that shit. Um, and so yeah, um, that's the first thing. Then there is the one thing, the scene where he goes, he wants to kill the Joe Chill. He wants to kill the man who killed his parents. Of course, I'm a Batman junkie. I prefer the version where he doesn't know who killed his parents, and he'll never know because that's the point. That's the ultimate point. And I think but Chris Nolan was, he didn't choose that version, but I prefer the version where it, like the Joker, we will never know who he is, where he comes from, etc., etc. Like, just like who killed Batman's Bruce Wayne's parents. We will never know. It was a random act of violence, a random shooting in a random night, in a random everything. We will never know. It was just a random act of violence, like like every night in Gotham goes. Like this shit happens in Gotham every single night. So, but it happened to Bruce Wayne just because Gotham is so violent and it's such a nest of vipers. So that's just the point. It is the point. Gotham is the bastion of depravity and violence and corruption and everything you want to add to this sentence. And that's the point of Batman. You can never defeat crime in Gotham because it's so random, it's so large, it's so generic, and because it's like like they said in Batman Begins, it's often it's because of desperation, and that is one thing that had me thinking, because sure you say, oh well, um, they kill, they rob, they steal, but why? Desperation. We know about the largely we know about society. We know that the you can say they are greedy. You can say a burglar stormed the house, or burglars stormed the bank, or anything like that. Why? Because of greed. Because they wanted the money. Okay, greed, greed is good, like we know from other movies, from other media. Greed is good, but we never hear about desperation. And a um, is desperation a good enough reason to do the outrageous, criminal? Just, I'll keep it simple. Is desperation enough? Are you desperate enough to take a life? Are you desperate enough to take a life? Have you gone so bad and so desperate and so poor and so hungry and so cold and so fucking uh, desperate to take a life, to take jewels, to take money, to take just to take a life? And that's and again, that's the first question. Then the answers about the gun. He used a gun, and I think they address the gun very well. There are very there are a number of iterations about the gun. In some iterations, it's just random, and we don't know who did it, and we don't know. We will never. It's the one crime Batman can't solve because it's so random and so generic in Gotham. It's so long ago that he will never be able to figure it out, and that crushes him and crushes him. But um, in another state of mind, there are people that say, he retrieved the gun that killed his parents, and he leaves it in his arena in the Bat Cave, and I've never liked this. I think it doesn't make sense. I mean, what the fuck does it have to do with anything? Like, he found the gun, the 20 years later, he found the precise gun that killed his parents. Like, come on, impossible. It's not. It's it's stupid. But what I was going for is the moment when Bruce Christian Bell looks just got finished with Falcone in his restaurant, and I think the interview with Falcone is very great, well written. I think it's a very good performance by both actors, um, and yeah, he says to him, you're the Prince of Gotham. It's like the Riddler said in the Batman. It's like, you don't know what being an orphan is. You're the Prince of Gotham. The both interviews could be intersected and could be used in a similar way, because he says, you're the Prince of Gotham. You have to go 1,000 miles to meet someone there who doesn't know your name. So in Batman's mind, in Bruce's mind, he says, okay, so I'll go further than 1,000 miles, and nobody will know my name. And I think it's very and forcing, and that's my main topic. I know I'm 18 minutes in. Sorry about that. It's Batman. I'm rambling, but my main point for this video was just uh, to dissect how um, this specific portion of Batman Begins affect our lives and affect people who are looking for something in life that they don't have. And that's my point, and that's my personal situation, because I am at a crossroads on many levels of life. May it be a job, um, uh, training, martial arts, or how to lifestyle, education, everything like that. So many choices of life. So when Bruce stands on the Gotham harbor, and we only hear the horn of the boat that is soon to be um, departing. His face, tells you everything. He has a completely empty, emotionally, sorry, emotionally empty face. It's like he's like he's not there anymore. He threw his gun into the sea, and he's not there anymore. He's just, my point is, by climbing however he did, by climbing into this boat, what did he shut down completely? Did he shut down completely to say, I will, like when he gives all his money, like that's what I'm saying, guys. And I'm sorry it took 21 minutes to get there, but that's what I want to see, and that's what I want to portray and talk about in this video. Would any of you be ready to let all things behind and just maybe, and it affects, it's not, I'm not saying jump in a boat and go to China and climb a mountain and become a monk and come back a crazy martial artist. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's figurative. It's not physical. It's emotional. It's in your mind. Would you be ready to whatever your sorry, whatever your situation is, would you be ready? You are, everyone is looking for something. Everyone is looking for something. Maybe a better job, better friends, better health, better payday, whatever you're looking for. Would you be ready to let all of your past, all of your friends, all of your everything? Would you be ready to drop everything for the purpose of becoming what you want to be? That's my only point. Sorry it took so long to say. That's my only point that I wanted to make in this video. Because I think that the first act of Batman Begins inspires me with the music, the acting, the performances, the themes, the, the psychological the psychological themes and stories that were revolving around Bruce Wayne's journey. That's what I want to say. Like, does looking at media, at something fictional, does this is something fictional can inspire you to change your life? It's gonna be the title of this video. Does something fictional can inspire you to change your life? And my answer is yes, because what else can uh, motivate you. Nobody will come knock at your door and say, "Hey, you gotta change your life, man. Yeah, have you turned this shit around?" Nobody will do that. Nobody will come except if you're very lucky. For me, nobody will come bang at my door. So I've got to figure it out. I've got to figure out myself, and I'm very, very interested in knowing how you feel about this. Is something fictional, maybe a book, a movie, a TV series, a poem, a person, um, anything? Can something can something grabs can something grab you and pull you out of your comfort zone? Because for me, that's always the point. Because I have been in my comfort zone for so long that I cannot live with anything anymore. I am so used to comfort, and I mean, comfort is having four walls and food and a bathroom and everything. I'm very lucky if we see like what's going on in Ukraine and what's going on in the world in Syria and Sudan and everything. I mean, we are very lucky. Those who can have a camera and say shit, whatever, who cares in the end? But I have the luck to be able to be um, to be free enough and rich enough and to express myself and to be comfortable and to have enough food and to live a decent life and not to be cold, not to be hungry, and everything like that. So I I I just want I'm really really curious with any of your response to to this. I'm using Batman Begins because that's the natural thing for me. I'm a Batman fan, but um, um, I'm not talking about you for the purpose of critiquing the film. I don't care about the movie. The movie is irrelevant if we think about it. I'm just looking for, are there things that inspire you to be um, better? Are there things in your life, a friend, a coworker, a parent, a piece of media, a song, whatever it is there something powerful enough to motivate you to change a habit, maybe a bad habit, maybe, and to really um, become um, someone else than you are right now? Is there something powerful enough? Is there a drive for you? Whatever caused it, whatever powers it, is there a drive somewhere in you to become something else entirely, like this in Batman Begins? And yeah, that's my question to you guys. I mean, this half an hour video was just made to ask you all that will watch it and till the end. I know it won't be many, but hey, what the fuck do I care? Um, yeah, so is there something that could make you drop it all or change your life in a switch, change your behavior, change bad habits, change things that bugs you or anything like that, things that, yeah, just things that would make you a better human, or maybe not better but more alike of what you want to be in this world. So when I watch Batman Begins, the first act, that's always that's always been my version of events. But I just want to share it with you because I have nothing better to do, I guess. But I just want to I would really, I know I won't get a lot of views on this one. I know I took too long to say the fucking simple thing, but please, guys, I just want to know if there is something that in this life, on this earth, that motivates you, that can change, that you saw or hear or heard or came across, that said, that told you, okay, I need to go there, I need to do that, or I need to be more like this or be more like that, or I need, that's what I want to achieve. Maybe it's school, maybe it's a workout, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a person, um, whatever, whoever. Please, I would really appreciate if you dropped it in the comments. And if you're a Batman fan, well, I welcome your comments also. But I know I won't get a lot, but I just I had to do a video about this because, like I've said, this part, this this part of media, this part of this movie, this first part, um, challenges my emotions so much and gives me so much truth about what I am and who I am and what I want to be. And of course, unfortunately, I'm very ill. I won't ever be able to do all the things I want to do, but we can always dream. It costs nothing to dream. So, anyway, I'll close it there, and please tell me your sentiments about that topic, and see you around, guys. Thanks for watching.